So I guess just name and rank, identify yourself.
Jill Crawford, and this is my husband Byron. We're from Los Angeles.
And
Byron.
How? What is it about Mr. Macchiarini's work that I guess touches you, that you love about his work?
Well, first of all, he has stayed true to his vision. He has not changed it, no matter what the circumstances or the times. And for collectors, that is extremely important, that you do not commercialize your principle or your vision in whatever you do. Yes, and also everything is handmade, right from the start, the bar of steel, right down to the final piece is all handmade. So that's another dying art, dying tradition. And Mr. Macchiarini has been doing this since the early 30s, late 20s, and he has been associated with a lot of the modernist artists from San Francisco, Margaret and the others. Also, he helped, or was one of the original founders of the San Francisco Arts and Crafts Society. And so this is a living legend, and we hope he continues for another 50 years.
Okay, and I'd just like to say that we are in awe and continue to be in awe of what he has created. Each piece, each pin, each pendant, each ring, to us is a work of art with self. It's not simply an accessory or a piece of jewelry. It speaks to you, and each piece is a miniature sculpture and incorporates fascinating elements, tremendous intricacy, mixed metals, designs that draw from but are not derivative really at all ever from cubism and constructivism and I mean all kinds of different elements, but Peter has adapted them to his own unique style, that in a way that's totally unprecedented, I think. I don't know of any modernist designer in the 20th century that can even approach the level of greatness and fascination that these pieces of jewelry hold. And I think he deserves tremendous acclaim and recognition, although I'm not so sure he wants it, but I think that he does deserve tremendous respect, and we all hope that he lives to do thousands and thousands of pieces. So I just want to say that, great works of art, great works of sculpture, excuse me, incredible design, materials, from the most basic iron piece, which is really very primitive and sculptural, probably because it was the only material available to him when he began working. He used materials because he did a tremendous amount of money at the time that were scrap, and but put something together like this, which is so fascinating to me, the pod form, because it takes a form and it seeks to explore the inner nature of that form through a process of layering, which sort of gets to the essence. And so it's this mysterious form is explored, and that's what the pod design means to me. And he's done many different variations of the pod in silver and brass and copper and mixed metals, but there's something very captivating and mysterious about this form.
How about wearing the works of art as well? Is there something about wearing them that is, different than, let's say, seeing it in a museum or seeing it in a place you might go? Is there something about wearing the pieces that kind of is inspiring, or is?
Absolutely. There's an intimacy involved in handling and wearing a piece, and the way that it interacts with a person emotionally. And when one sees it in a museum, it tends to be more static and it's fixed in its environment. When you wear it, it moves. And particularly Peter's work, which is so multidimensional, and you can turn it any which way, vertically, upside down, right side up, and you can see so many different things. It's because it's abstract, and yet it's not abstract at the same time, and you can project onto it what you want. For example, this, some people see a butterfly in this design, and others might see you know, some kind of insect flying or birds. So each piece is just a very captive imagination, and I think, you know, it's so much more delightful and inspiring being able to wear these pieces and look at them and ponder about them and interact with them.
And how does it feel to be a part of the celebration today?
It feels really wonderful. The Macchiarini family is, as I was saying earlier, one of the most wonderful groups of people that we've ever met.
Correct.
And they're truly inspiring people. They're warm. They're sincere, and very, very true to their art, and just great people. And we're thrilled to be here with the family and to celebrate Peter's 90th birthday. And we hope that he's here in the year 2001 at least. Or 2100, I should say. 2100, not 2001, 2100. And he's just constantly developing and exploring new forms, and his imagination is ceaseless, we're concerned.
And is growing and evolving still at this late period in his life. And he's still, the best is yet to come.
This is, I'll call it a fish pin only because Peter and Danny call it a fish pin, but it can be many different things. Actually, sometimes I think it's a bit of a hedgehog, excuse me.
Yeah.
But as you can see here, the you know, materials are incorporated: silver, ebony, brass, and this may be a moonstone in here. And I love it. I love the form of it. I love the flow of it. I love the sculptural dimensions.
Is everything you're wearing his?
It would be if he would make more big bracelets, but actually this is bangle bracelets. I mean, just look at the complexity and intricacy of the design. You know, it's just unimaginable that anybody could do that much work in such a small space. And these are his variations on his dot rings, for which he's very famous. The oldest prototype was sort of like a simple,
Like this.
yeah, simple circle with a white dot. You know, ivory on ebony, and then as of late he's developed different, you know, elongated forms and different placements of the dots.
Why do you collect this jewelry? What is it that fascinates you?
Well, as I mentioned, I just think it is, whatever it is that fascinates any human being about art is what fascinates me about this jewelry. It's a manifestation of, you know, great design, sculpture, incredible creativity and imagination, and to me, you know, a great piece of jewelry stands on its own merits. It doesn't really have to do anything but be there as its own, you know, individual work of art, and that captivates me so much about his work. I want to show you this piece also, because this is a piece that I love dearly, and this is not mine, but this is one of many variations that Peter has made on this form. He calls this, or we call this,
Samurai.
the samurai, because you can see it almost looks like an abstract samurai with the sword and the shield, and he's...
Hold it in one place for me.
I'm sorry. And also, this has a feeling of movement because of the curvature of the bottom. And it just is fabulous form. I mean, when you think about a samurai, what a typical samurai looks like, and you know, contemplate the complexity of this form, it's just mind-boggling. And he has done many, many, many variations of this, each one, you know, with this intricate cross-hatching sort of design, or, you know, linear design. And this is also, I think, quite unique to Peter, this perforated metal. I don't think that maybe in Dapata perhaps, but not in any other designer. This is one of my favorite forms, as is the mask form, and I mean, really every piece that he does, I love. And I can't say that about many artists. You know, they have their good periods, their bad periods, their great period pieces and their not so great pieces, but almost everything that Peter does is just purely inspiring.